Angie Powell here. I want to share my story with you this morning. My story is not the easiest to share because it's my story. But if my story of healing, from very, very sick, oh my gosh, I was so sick in my 20s with Crohn's disease. Before that, in my teenage years, I had epilepsy, I had tonsillitis, I had my tonsils removed, I had eczema, I had asthma, I had allergies, like the whole lot. And in my 20s it turned into Crohn's disease. And I didn't know what Crohn's disease was. It took about 4 years for a diagnosis, which is very common because it's a bowel disease, and you know, way back then, 20 years ago, it wasn't well known. So I was on all the medications, all the steroids, everything. I would go into hospital for flare-ups, and you know, they would take my blood out and pump it with something and then put it back in. At that time, I was so unwell, and I didn't ask questions about my care, and things were just going on. The doctors and the medical professions and the beautiful hospitals were just doing what they did, and I didn't ask any questions. And then I grew up a little bit. I got a little bit more wiser, but I was still taking the medications and things. I can remember the pain I felt. I can remember the lack of control, the lack of knowing what was going on. It was scary. This is my body. I actually, in my early 20s, didn't think I'd live beyond 30. I was so sick. I didn't have that vision for my life after I turned 30. And so that all manifested. So when I was 29 years old, I actually got so unwell. I hadn't eaten for weeks. Like I was just lying on my couch, just eating rice. It's all I could do. I couldn't get off my couch. I was in so much pain. My lower back area, where my bowels at the front, or my lower back area was just so much in pain, and I knew it was my bowel. And I ended up, my beautiful mum took me to the hospital, to emergency, and I figured out I had a perforated bowel. So my Crohn's disease, the ulceration, everything that was going on in there had just got too much. And one day my bowel decided to burst, perforate. So I found myself on a lot of painkillers in hospital, a lot of painkillers. On a Friday afternoon, I was shipped from one hospital, Murdoch, to Subiaco, where my specialist was. And by Friday evening, when I should have been out, I was 28. I should have been out. I should have been having fun with friends. I should have been eating dinner. I should have been, you know, living my life. Instead, I was in hospital, just lying, feeling nearly comatose. Like I was so out of it on the drugs because of the pain. I can just remember just lying there going, oh my gosh, there has to be another way. So I had the surgery, and I woke up the next day, and the first thought I had is, I have to change my life. I can't do that again. Just laying in that hospital bed, just still in so much pain, watching telly and watching all the food shows, going, oh my gosh, I want to eat that, and I want to eat that, and not knowing if I could ever eat that stuff again. When I did start eating food 2 or 3 days later, it was mashed vegetables, or not mashed, it was like smush potatoes and sweet potatoes and peas. It was all mushed up, going, oh my gosh. And I had to start my bowel off very slowly. So a couple of days later, about a week later, I went home, and the doctor had actually said to me, oh, we'll see you in a couple of years. See you in a couple of years, and we'll take out more of the damaged bowel. So exactly the same what we just did then in 2 years' time, and keep on taking out the bowel until you need a colostomy bag. That's Crohn's disease. That's what you're facing. And I just went, no, I can't do that. So I had to find a different way. And then I searched. I found this amazing little Indian doctor who prescribed a couple of things for me, and one of them was golden seal, which I love, and the other one is turmeric. Oh my gosh, if you can get turmeric into your body. It's great for anti-inflammatories. So I started down the journey. I was juicing. I started juicing, and so my 30s, I thought I had it together. I was trying everything, trying acupuncture, massage, all these different things, and then chiropractic and just everything. You know, not really down the holistic path then, but that came later. I met an amazing community about 4 years ago, is when I started looking at all the natural stuff and really getting to the plant-based diet, looking at the ingredients in my food. Oh my goodness, I thought I was healthy until I met this amazing community which taught me so much more. And that's what I can do for people now. That's what I do now, is because 4 years ago I started this journey, and it's amazing. I've since been back about 2 years ago and had a colonoscopy, and the doctor couldn't find any inflammation. So something. I've been drug-free for 15 years now, and it's a blessing every day. I'm not a health guru. I don't know everything about why the things I did worked. I just know they worked, and I share that with people now. I'm not that healthy person, you know, all the time. Sometimes, a couple of years ago, I went into my kitchen and I went, oh my God, and I looked at the food at my cupboard, and I looked at all these different things and went, oh my gosh, I'm one of those healthy people. When did that happen? How did that happen? And it didn't happen overnight. It's just slowly and gradually and gradually and gradually. You just take one small step, and then the next small step, and then the next small step. So now my Crohn's is healed. I feel so blessed that my diet and the way of living has changed. And I've looked also at my mindset. I've done lots of personal development to keep it that way, to strengthen myself from the inside out. And so many things we can do, simple steps each day to help. So from Crohn's to health, that would be me. I live in Perth, Western Australia, and I'm so very happy to help people one-on-one in beautiful meetings if you're close. But if you're somewhere around the world, and this story of my healing of Crohn's, which is autoimmune, so there are so many other autoimmune diseases, arthritis, all these different ones, that what I've done for myself may help you if you're committed. So if you're ready to get out of sickness into health, I am so here. Please message me, contact me. We can do this together. I will see you, I will hear you, and I will feel where you're at, and we'll go from there. Bye.